If I think back to the beginning of the 90s, I was in my early teens, and just about every family I knew owned an Opel Kadett. It was affordable and it could fit the whole family in. I think before seatbelts were a big thing in the back seat, we used to get about 6 or 7 kids in there. Thankfully, things have changed, especially when it comes to child safety. But the Opel Kadett has also come a long way. This is the new Opel Astra, now in its 11th generation. And it's just won the 2016 European Car of the Year award. Interesting to note that back in 1993 and 1994, the Astra Kadett won South African Car of the Year as well. So how is this new Astra going to fare in the very competitive C segment, which sees the hero, the Volkswagen Golf, knocking most of its competitors out of the park? Well, Opel is damn well going to try and has thrown everything it's got at this new model. Opel set out to design, engineer and manufacture a vehicle that would be amongst the most efficient, the lightest, best connected with the most advanced safety and driver assist technology. Did Opel achieve this? Well, the Astra is 200 kilograms lighter overall depending on the model. It is more fuel efficient thanks to a range of turbocharged Ecotec engines, and the list of technology packed into this car has left me pretty impressed. Inspired by the Monza concept, the Astra is immediately recognizable. The front appears very wide, which is something Opel hoped to achieve, but it's also a bit dated. I feel it's too similar to its predecessor, but the side and rear is sleek and lean looking. Step inside the cabin and the first thing you notice is just how uncluttered it is compared to its predecessor. It's like it's been streamlined. It may not have the sophisticated air of the Golf, but customers will be happy with the modern look and feel. The IntelliLink infotainment system, which you'll recognize from the Corsa and Adam, is simple enough to use, although I did struggle to pair my phone to it. The Navi 900 IntelliLink, which is an option on sport models, has a home screen that can be tailored according to customer preference. If you have an iPhone, which you probably do, you'll be happy to know that Apple CarPlay takes the iPhone features you'd want to access while driving and puts them on the display. The Astra's cabin is roomier too, despite it being 49mm shorter and 25mm lower than the outgoing model. You can now enjoy 35mm more rear legroom and 22mm more front headroom. But let's get in the back and test this out. So I'm not tall by any means, you would know that if you'd seen any of my other videos, but look how much legroom there is. I'm not even sitting behind myself, I'm sitting behind someone who's much taller than me. But it's really, really spacious back here. And another first for the segment, which is really cool, is you can get heated seats for the rear passengers as well. And the boot? Well, I think you could probably get a pram in here. Even if the loading lip is a little bit high, it's certainly wide enough. The bumper sticks out a bit, which is a sure way to get dirt on your skirt, but it's certainly a sizable boot. The Astra will be offered with a choice of 3 turbocharged petrol engines, namely the 1-litre turbo, the 1.6 turbo Ecotec engine, and the one I'm driving, the 1.4 Ecotec direct injection turbo, which is a first for Astra. You can choose between a manual or automatic transmission with this engine, which delivers 110 kilowatts of power and 230 and 245 newton meters of torque for the manual and automatic respectively. Fuel consumption is claimed at a low 5.1 litres per 100 kilometers. I've been driving this quite a lot back and forth now on this road for filming purposes, and the more I'm driving it, the more I'm loving this car. It's so easy to drive. It's actually more refined than I thought it was going to be. This 1.4 turbo engine is certainly lively and it handles so beautifully. But when it comes to performance, I don't know why you'd really want to pay the extra money for the 1.6 when this is certainly punchy enough. In fact, the 1 litre is impressive enough. And it has less fuel consumption. Think about your bank balances, people. I really thought I was going to prefer the manual mated to this 1.4, but I'm so happy to announce that finally, gone are the days when small engines shouldn't be mated to automatic transmissions. You don't have that gear hunting, revving, whatever. It's all just so much smoother, and especially in this Astra. This traffic sign assist is really cool, and I don't think it's something you think you need until you have it. Yesterday we were driving and I wasn't sure what the speed limit was. So I just looked down and it tells me. And the minute I looked down, we went from 40 to 80 and it changed instantly, which is very cool. Opel has certainly thrown everything it's got at it. Think forward collision alert, following distance indication, active emergency braking, lane keep assist, traffic sign assist, and of course the IntelliLink Navi 900 infotainment system, to name but a few. Obviously these are not standard across the range, but even offered as an option in the segment is pretty impressive. But the main one that stands out for me, and which is a first in this segment, only available as an option on the 1.6T Sport model, but still worth mentioning, is the adaptive IntelliLux LED matrix system. Let me explain. It consists of 8 LED light sections per headlight, which are controlled by the Opel Eye front camera. It offers functions such as urban light, which recognizes that you're under street lighting and switches to an optimal town headlight setting when driving under 55 km per hour. Highway light recognizes a multi-lane highway and distributes light on the left lane to exclude glaring. Country light ensures that light performance is increased. This is merely a snippet at what's on offer with this impressive technology. It's worth researching about. This car is a solid overall performer. The tech on offer is certainly impressive and space is totally uncompromised. The range starts at 254,000 Rand, but this 1.4 Sport Auto that I enjoyed comes in at 374,000 Rand, which is about 20,000 Rand more than the model rival Golf. But if you had to spec the Golf up to the Astra's level, you'd go well into the 400,000s. In fact, Opel feel that this is better a rival to the Audi A3 and the BMW 1 Series when it comes to spec level. But either way, if you are in for an alternative to the mainstream rivals, then this is certainly a contender.